r/ask Reddit. What current trend can you not wait to fall out of style? Family vloggers. No kid should ever have to be exploited and subjected to attention-hungry parents like that. No person should ever be put on the internet before they are old enough to consent. Eternally grateful I was born early enough to not have my youth put on the internet by attention-seeking idiot parents without my consent. So many kids begin their digital footprint from no age and then grow up on the internet, uploading videos or embarrassing the hell out of themselves for everyone to see. TikTok pranks. I'm just hoping that oh no song falls out of popularity soon. Edit. My most voted comment is me beaching about a TikTok song. Look at me, I'm the adult now. God, all the kids at work play vids with that all day long. I just can't. Subscription services for everything. Oh, that ain't going nowhere. It's crazy profitable. It will keep existing in one way or another. The TikTok female robot voice needs to change to a less annoying one. I've been hearing this Ray Liotta sounding voice on a few videos. It makes me appreciate the female robot. I'll cancel them both. Disney partnered with TikTok to make Disney Marvel Star Wars voices for the app. I think the one you're referring to is Rocket Raccoon, and yes, it's very annoying sometimes. Every kid reselling sneakers. I just want to get stuff for retail again. Scalpers ruin everything. I just want to buy a GPU at MSRP. Seriously, it took a year for me to finally get a hold of a decent graphics card for MSRP. It's 6700 XT. Because of the rampant scalping, that same card, which I paid $450 for, was generally going for $800 to $900 from local sellers. And it's a freaking mid-range card. Even at MSRP, it's the most I've ever spent on a graphics card. So they're not exactly affordable to begin with before the scalpers get a hold of them. Saying educate yourself to someone you simply disagree with. Yup, if it bothers you that I'm wrong, tell me why you think I'm wrong. We can debate. I might learn something. You might too. Or just leave people alone and learn that it's okay to disagree. We have no social or biological imperative to assimilate other humans. But if you say something dismissive and condescending, I'm going to immediately hate you. On top of that, I will assume you're unable to articulate why you think I'm wrong, which I will take as evidence that I'm actually right. This reminds me of the time a girl on Facebook tried to educate me on why dogs don't have genders. Extreme photo filters. Jesus, Madonna, we know how old you are. I recently had to have a super awkward talk with my 50-year-old mother about this. She's honestly still an attractive lady, too, but she uses filters on all of her FB pictures that literally make her look like a child. Like, people know what you look like, mom. My mom is early 60s and looks better than some 40-year-olds. But she still always asks me how to put those nice filter things on her pictures before she posts them. I hate it. She is honestly beautiful but is so insecure BC of the environment she grew up in. She hates her body showing in pictures. Make sure you get it from the shoulders up, close bracket, and thinks her wrinkles, the few that she has, make her look bad. I wish she could see herself the way everyone else does. It's not the 1960s anymore, but she still tries to adhere to those beauty standards. I used to get so mad at her when I would think about how she forced me to straighten my curly hair every day till I was 12. I didn't know what my natural hair looked like until I was probably 11ish. Now I get sad BC. I know that was her doing her best to make me fit in with what she thought was the beauty standards so that I didn't go through what she went through. It's horrible how insidious and unknowingly harmful these things are. Videos that have unnecessary songs instead of the actual audio. Oh no intensifies. Jesus, the ducking song. Especially with the TikTok text-to-speech voiceover. I just wanna toss my phone out of the window FFS. Cookie cutter plastic surgery. All these people look the same. I just watched my first and last episode of Real Housewives of Miami. I cannot continue to watch because I can't tell the women's faces apart. Same lips and cheeks and very dramatic eyebrows. They were having a pool party but none would swim because of hair extensions. One woman's husband is the boob king of Miami and he had installed the implants of most of the women at the party. Installed. LOL. Very good. thinking that mental illness is quirky and cute. It's not. It ducking sucks. It's so bad that people almost had me convinced in high school, early college that I was somehow more interesting because of my illness. There's absolutely this weird fixation with having a difficult life, like it's a cool thing. Everyone wants to be the most disadvantaged. I wish I could not have disabilities or illnesses. It sucks. And I just don't understand what's so quirky or cute about it. I think a lot of people don't even have fake mental illnesses like keeps getting thrown around in here. I feel like for a lot of people they may genuinely have struggles and illnesses but completely misunderstand it because of the current social media culture lack of real awareness. Exactly. I'm bipolar 2 and this new romanticized view of mental illness pisses me off. I'd do anything to get rid of it. Try spending thousands of dollars on psych meds, hospitalizations. Meanwhile dealing with the side effects of taking lithium for 15 years just so you can try to have a semi-enjoyable life and tell me how cute that is. Ducking over it. The idea that catching feelings is a problem and that treating your partner with kindness is simping. Fasipum. I thought simping was when you did it for a woman you weren't dating. Like, you specifically weren't getting anything in return. It's supposed to be, but people have warped the idea to just mean being nice to a romantic interest regardless of your status with them. People online faking mental illnesses. Jesus Christ dude, just get a personality if you want to be interesting. And as someone with mental illness, it's not interesting, it's suffering. If I had to choose between PTSD and being boring, I'd rather bore people to death every time. It's like romanticizing diabetes or cancer. Mental illness is a biochemical disorder that causes significant disruption and suffering in one's life. It's not a cute personality quirk. I have ADHD and I don't like telling people because I don't want a hero. Haha, me too. I get so easily distracted, forgetful sometimes. That is not what my experience has been like. It's not some cute, quirky affliction where I talk a lot and do random stuff and I forget things and it's oh so endearing. For me, ADHD is suicidal ideation because I'm so crippled by executive dysfunction that I couldn't do the dishes for 6 months. ADHD is isolating myself from my peers because I'm a 26-year-old woman and while they're all having families and building their careers, I'm ashamed of the fact that I can no longer work full-time and that I'm in my 5th year of a 4-year degree with no end in sight. ADHD is crying because I was so overwhelmed when I started taking medication and managed to wash, dry, fold and put away my laundry within a single day. Like you said, it's not a cute personality quirk. It's a burden and it's offensive when people try to adopt it to make themselves seem more interesting. The expectation to have a stance on absolutely everything. I can't help it if I'm not passionate about certain things, and I'll be judged either way, so I choose indifference. Pick neither side and fight with both. For a long time I felt like I should have an opinion on anything I was asked. It's extremely liberating to hit that ball into the bushes with I don't care. Don't be afraid to bust it out with wording appropriate to the situation. What do you want for dinner? I don't mind. OMG, look at what she's wearing. Don't you think she looks ridiculous? Couldn't give a duck. Who do you want to be president of the United States? I do not care. Influencers. The only thing an influencer has ever influenced me to do was swipe away faster. They also have influenced me to report MLM bullshit on social media. I report it consistently because dildo parties and essential oil companies are Dr. Oz type pseudoscience. Filming everything to put online. OMG yes. I saw on TikTok where a mailman passed gas and the incident was recorded on a Ring camera and was posted. WTF. Unbelievably intrusive. The secret menu. It isn't a ducking secret. You can just ask. There's not a special stock of things not already on the menu. Just combinations of the same shit. If you want some off menu shit, just say what's in it. Might cost more, but whatever. There's no list of names for shit hidden in the kitchen. I used to work at Starbucks and this shit drove me insane. There'd be some absurd TikTok trend and I'm supposed to research that crap off the clock. Just tell me what's in it and I'll make it, but of course they never knew. As a barista RN, I completely agree. That broccoli haircut every TikTok boy has. funny you mentioned that. The gyms over here open up again, and today, at some point during my workout, I just looked around and literally ducking 1 out of every 4 people had that haircut. I just suddenly saw it and couldn't unsee it. It's bloody rampant. I believe that is called a yee ass haircut. Science being political. I'm tired of everything being political. Don't like vanilla ice cream? Must be Republican. NFTs. I just don't understand them. I understand what they are, but I don't understand why they are. It's just money laundering. The idea of just be yourself or be true to yourself, but you're actually a selfish a-hole. People should be authentic, but being authentic does not equal stopping personal growth and striving to be a good human being. FFS. Sorry, not sorry. Having a mental illness. I don't know why this started, but TikTok thinks it's cute to promote people who have fake mental illnesses, which is so detrimental to people who actually have one. And also to teens who don't have one. I work with kids, and sadly those who spend too much time on TikTok start to see everything as a mental illness. One girl tried to convince me she was self-harming. I asked for details and she said she bites her nails. No, not a lot and not excessively at all. Her nails looked fine. A few days later she had an eating disorder. Why? Because she decided to lose weight the day before and only had a salad for dinner. And a myriad of other things as well. I honestly don't want to believe that she wants to have a diagnosis to be cool on TikTok. But the very least that shit prevents teenagers to see that there are ranges of normal. So what if you bite your nails? A lot of people do so. If it's bothering you, try to break the habit, but don't think you're ill. I remember being a young teenager and how glorifying sadness and negative emotions felt like the cool thing to do. Sadness and pain feel intellectual and artistic and deep and mature, and we end up seeing them as superior to positive emotions. And honestly, that's not exclusive to young teens. It's prominent everywhere. They are just the weakest victims of it. They search for a label that validates them as having negative emotions because they think they should be feeling that way. We need to stop glorifying negative feelings altogether and start glorifying positive feelings. How do we do that? No idea. But my cousins are at that age, and if I can influence them to value positive feelings, maybe I'll have helped a few people. If we can teach those values to our kids, maybe they can skip that phase altogether. It all starts in the little things and the small actions. Gender reveal events. Let's go. Brandon is so ducking cringe. I'm pretty indifferent to Biden. If you want to say duck the president, just say duck Joe Biden. That's allowed. Quit acting like it's some fun inside joke. It's like, is that best you can come up with? It's like when I was 13 and my friends and I would go around school saying horny because it sounded like morning, except with adults, and they made merch out of it. The way women and their bodies are being treated like trends. Whether it's bigger women being told to lose weight or skinny women being judged for not having enough curves. The whole BBL thing is scary too, considering it's a ridiculously dangerous procedure. Metaverse and NFTs. It's astounding to me that companies are taking the metaverse seriously. Zuckerberg made a single cringy video and everyone's fawning all over the idea. He literally said that teleportation was a feature. Haven't we had video games long enough that we can treat this like Second Life 2.0? Edit. Today I learned that Metaverse has been around for quite some time, and that the weird Facebook video only popularized the term. Relatedly, today I learned the future is bleak, and people are more than willing to fork over tons of cash for imaginary real estate. Lately, just the internet altogether. It all feels so overwhelming anymore. Honestly, the internet and the people on it feels so fabricated. I mean, it kinda has always been this way, but now it's at an all-time high. Gimmick drinks and food presentation in restaurants. Yes, I'm taking about you, Salt Bae, and all your mimics. You'll love r/we want plets, : Facebook, TikTok and other scripted stupid video pranks. Pretending to have DID or other serious mental illnesses. TikTok losers trying to get famous by destroying shelves in stores or by launching sodas across supermarkets. All they're doing is making a minimum wage employee's life miserable. These pranksters are the lowest form of pond scum there is. Hustle culture. Teens diagnosing themselves with various mental disorders based on TikToks they've seen. I work in the mental health field and we've had enough. Influencer culture. Don't have kids of my own, but I've seen the effect they have on them. These influencers are nothing more than children who never grew up and think screaming, yelling, overreacting, and swearing somehow makes them entertaining. And to kids it does. But kids also are sadly influenced by them and mimic their behavior. It amazes me that society seems to be for the most part entirely okay with the concept. It's the modern era of letting the TV raise your kids, but now it's random adults on YouTube who never grew up doing it. Big spiky nails. I hate the current auto-tune low energy mumble rap. Celebrity politician worship. TikTok. I see people filming them all the time, and 99% of them are just these low effort, jerky dances. The music often sounds like someone assaulting trash cans. Hips and mips. I gotta make it sexy. If it's not sexy, I don't eat. Screaming and or assaulting customer service. The condescending clapping people do when they are trying to get their point across. Overly ripped jeans. I saw a girl at the mall wearing jeans that were 40% ripped. The only thing being covered was the back. LMAO, I had an ex-girlfriend with ripped jeans exactly like you said. It literally looked like the jeans were for the side and back of her legs. Of course, when we are out in public, people ask, did you get those 50% off? COVID-19. Girls' clothes either being cropped or baggy. I just can't fit into anything properly. I'm not small enough to be in the normal sizes and I'm not big enough for the plus size range. I've just given into the baggy shirts because I'd rather look like a box than have my stomach exposed. The sovereign citizen First Amendment auditor gimmick. The one and only time someone got away with it was when a cop got called to an emergency and let them leave. The auditors that pick on places like VA hospitals or health clinics deserve a special spot in hell. Demonizing education. Anytime somebody demonizes education, they are only hurting society. When you hear somebody refer to educated people as elites, you can almost be assured that person has a political agenda, and it's not likely a good one. Lazy reboots. Specifically, rebooting or creating a movie TV show based on existing IP and expecting the audience to overlook poor writing and pacing because of surface level changes, e.g. gender/race swaps or updated modernized characters designed to appeal to a younger audience. To be sure, changes like these are not necessarily bad in themselves, but they are not a substitute for good storytelling. People and businesses buying houses to rent them and pushing new families out of the housing market. Dermal fillers and injections. Lips, chins, cheeks, brows, eyes. Leave your ducking face alone. The normalization of toxicity, callousness, deceit and overall unhealthy relationships, friendships. Tell me your ex without telling me your ex. But implants. The broccoli haircut on dudes, it looks ridiculous. People showcasing their van or RV lifestyle, we got it. Influencers, just stop, you're not making the world a better place. Clothes with unnecessary ruffles, zips, skin gaps, fake pockets, lace, mesh, velour, gems and whatever other random shit they decide to stick on theme. Just want decent basics. The Ono song or any other similar baby sounding tune. All white kitchens. Add some color for the love of God. Crop ducking everything. Literally every TikTok trend. High-waisted jeans that are super baggy on the bottom and way above their ankles. Hobo circa 80s style. BBLs. Being woke. It's all performative. Self-righteous activism to make people feel better about themselves at the cost of everyone around them. They don't affect any actual positive change. They just whine like a beach all day and night and try to ruin people's lives, all in the name of self-virtue and that dopamine rush from being such a good person. This lifestyle and mentality is completely enabled by the modern lifestyle of luxury and privilege. Fake boycotts on the internet. 99% of y'all still buy Nestle, so stop complaining how shitty they are. Either grow some balls and actually boycott them, or stop acting like a ducking Reddit post accomplishes anything to not blake yourself. Saying good music slaps. I don't know why, but it rustles my jimmies every time I see it written. Pranking. Paying a stupid high amount of money to either buy or rent property. The Kardashians and everything related to them. Low-rise jeans have been gaining a little resurgence, and I really hope people realize what a bad idea low-rise jeans are and the trend goes away. Kardashian's weird body. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.